check there. Taking through a different shot. Right. 2 minutes, guys.
Cheers.
What's that?
It's the script.
Hang on, there's a script.
Yeah, and it's really intense. Glad I learned that. Should go get the drivers.
You boys ready?
Where's Max?
Again. Can I stay out a bit longer?
So is it true that you're the Mexican Minister of Defense? Yeah? No.
That's what they say, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's cool, man.
Which way to the live stream?
Classic Max. Give him the opportunity and he's going to be in that car. But rest assured, he's in the building now so we can get on with the show, right, Gendel?
And what a show we have in store, Tim. We are honoured to welcome you to Red Bull Racing HQ to launch the new RB18 car for the 2022 Formula One season. It is a car launch with a difference.
Yeah, that is right. We're going to be streaming to over 5,000 fan channels around the globe in multiple languages. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to be welcoming in Christian Horner, Checo Perez, and of course, the reigning F1 world champion Max Verstappen to look ahead to the next year of racing.
Now, 2021 was an incredible season. The final race had everything. And after a nail-biting 58 laps, we saw Max bring home the Drivers' Trophy. Yes. Now, it's time to do it again as we step into a new era of F1, our 18th season on the grid.
Yeah, last season Red Bull Racing pulled out all the stops to win the World Championship, but we couldn't have done it without every single one of you fans all around the world cheering us on every single lap. So this show is going to be all about you too. We'll be sharing your questions throughout and your messages of support with the drivers.
You might even spot some hidden codes somewhere in the show, which you can then use on the paddock, the free loyalty program you'll find online to unlock unique experiences and incredible rewards that will bring you closer to Red Bull Racing than ever before.
Yeah, so keep your eyes peeled for those. Make sure that you sign up to the paddock right now at redbullracing.com/thepaddock to get ahead of the game with exclusive access to competitions and prizes.
We also have some massive news to share, including big changes to the car and a huge announcement about the future of the team. But don't just take our word for it.
No, don't.
Let's hear it from the drivers.
Hi everyone, welcome to our 2022 season launch. We're really happy to have you here and excited for you to see our new RB18 car. We were blown away by your support throughout the 2021 season and felt your passion both in the grandstands and from your messages on social media. Let's make 2022 another great year, and I can't wait to see you all at races around the world. Thank you for all your love and support. Hope you enjoy the show.
The hybrid era of Formula One has been about Mercedes-Benz. But as sure as you're winning in Formula One, there's a team that's hungry and motivated, structuring in a way to take that crown away from you.
It's been an incredible season for us.
There have been, I think, a lot of highlights. Winning in Monaco, the 2 home races at Austria.
It has been the most exciting year in my career, you know, being able to come to a race weekend knowing that if you do things right, you can end up winning.
Well done, Sergio! Well done.
Competitiveness is testimony to the hard work of everybody back on the campus in Milton Keynes, also our colleagues at Honda. It's a culmination of all of that we could have never dreamt of coming into this season.
It's a remarkable journey. Every Grand Prix has been a stepping stone towards being in this position.
We're an attacking team. You know, we want to win. You can see that in Max. You can see that throughout the team in our pit stops, in our strategy, in our development. You know, that's the way we go racing. That's our DNA.
Max Verstappen, you are the world champion! Oh my God, guys. I love you so much.
I don't know about you, but that brought back all the drama and excitement for me again. 22 races over a grueling 9 months. It is safe to say that our boys really delivered.
Oh, yes. And now we get to do it all again. New circuits, new regulations, and of course, a brand new car. I'm like a kid in a candy store. We cannot wait, can we?
I know, so exciting. But before we take a peek at the RB18, we wanted to get you, the fans, to have your say. Now, we've had thousands of messages of support for the upcoming season and thought, what better way to bring the car to life than through your words? Oh, you big tease. I don't quite know what I saw there, but it looked very cool. One thing I definitely couldn't miss was that new logo on the side of the car. Joining us to find out more about this partnership, we welcome Team Principal and CEO Christian Horner and Oracle's Chief Marketing Officer, Ariel Kelman. This is a very exciting collaboration, guys. Christian, first of all, do you want to explain to the fans what this means for them?
Well, this is Oracle stepping up to become title partner, so it'll become Oracle Red Bull Racing, which is tremendously exciting because we get to utilize the suite of tools and specialist services that Oracle have. They're going to help us trackside. It's going to help us, with our fan engagement program. It's going to help us, with all aspects of what we do, and of course the new powertrains, business as well. So we're delighted with this partnership and really excited for what it brings, particularly for the fans and the experience we'll be able to offer.
Exactly. Ariel, so thanks for joining us, first of all.
Absolutely.
You were a partner last year in 2021. This year, you're a title sponsor. How is that going to change things this year?
Yeah. Well, we've had a tremendous experience with the team over the past year, and what we were really focused on is learning and trying to understand all of the ways that a Formula One team needs the best technology to win on the track and to win in their business, and so they can be efficient and effective.
And how on the track especially, how is that going to help things with the team?
Yeah, there's been a number of areas that we've explored. One of the more interesting ones for the past year is around race strategy simulations. So using our cloud infrastructure platform, the team has been able to run literally billions of simulations for every race weekend to explore the optimal strategy based on what's unique about that race. So it's been great, and we're looking to enhance that even more going forward by adding a number of really interesting machine learning and AI projects to try and automate things that previously were pretty manual.
So Christian, from your side of things, going back to the data, how is it going to help the team leveraging all that data for you?
Well, data is our lifeblood. So, technically being able to tap into all the tools that Ariel's just mentioned, is of tremendous value for us as we're a data-hungry, business, but also for our fans to be able to provide, a better platform, a better experience. It's going to be, fantastic for us and something we're really looking forward to.
Wonderful. And Ariel, so how is this going to affect the fans in the paddock with the Red Bull digital loyalty program? How is it going to enhance their experience this season?
Yeah, this paddock experience is great, and I highly encourage those of you who haven't signed up already to go check it out, because it's a great place to be able to get really unique content, gear, and experiences. And we're going to be adding more and more personalization and some special things that you're just going to have to check out to see.
Ariel, thank you for joining us in the unveiling of the Oracle title partnership with Red Bull Racing for 2022. It's great to see us enhance that partnership. Let's hope it continues to bring you plenty of success in the upcoming season. Cheers, guys. Christian, the team had an unbelievably intense, full-on season in 2021. First of all, have you recovered?
Just about. I mean, it was a hell of a season, and so intense from the first race all the way through to that final in Abu Dhabi. In many ways, it seems like only yesterday, but in others, it already seems a long time ago.
Yeah, it's come around fast. How are you going to top that in 2022?
Well, I think 2021 will go down in history of one of the all-time great years. I mean, I can't remember a year like that in Formula One where it was so close between the two drivers from the very first race to the very last. The challenge is now to build on that. Now we have that number one on the car, is to keep it on the car and defend that title, with Max, which with a brand new set of regulations is going to be, incredibly difficult. We've got massive, competition out there, but, motivation is sky high, and we're riding on the crest of a wave from last year.
Yeah, so what can you pinpoint from last season? If you've got one or two things that you can pinpoint that you're going to take into 2022?
Well, you can always learn. You're always improving. You can always learn from previous experience. But of course, with a complete new set of regulations, it's going to be all about the development, how quickly, the teams get on top of this set of new regulations. The biggest regulation change for probably, 30 to 40 years in Formula One. So development's going to be thick and fast. And of course, with the cost cap, it's got to be efficient.
So you've kind of like taken the destiny in your own hands in a way by now controlling like the engineering of the chassis and the engine from the same place at Red Bull HQ. What are your expectations, or what are you aiming to achieve this year with the team?
Well, we're aiming very much to build on what we achieved last year. So the target is to try and obviously retain the title. And the big unknown is, have we missed something with these regulations? Has another team stolen a march because of the focus and effort that went into 2021? We believe we've got a good car. RB18 is, coming to life. And seeing it, today is fantastic. So it's a culmination of a huge effort from the team, and looking forward to seeing it out on the track in anger.
We're gonna look at it a bit more in detail later on. But what are the main changes that the fans out there should look for?
Basically everything, because with a new regulation change, the whole philosophy of the regulations has altered from last year. So that means that every single component is brand new this year. And with it being a ground effect car, with it being designed to make overtaking hopefully easier, the cars easier to follow each other, that's changed the whole philosophy of how we design these cars. So it's a steep learning curve. It's steep for everyone, and it's a race of development between first race and the last race.
Exactly. Let's talk about the team, the guys. I mean, how has their bond grown over the season? Checo obviously had a fantastic season, his debut season with the team. How have they grown as a partnership?
Well, they grew throughout last year, and you saw the culmination of that in the teamwork in the latter races, particularly in Abu Dhabi. And, Checo in his first year, winning that race in Azerbaijan, other podiums. He's going to be, stronger and taking a step up, I'm sure, in 2022. And for Max, I mean, he was just phenomenal last year, and an outstanding season for him. He dominated the amount of laps led, 10 Grand Prix victories, and of course the World Championship. So his confidence is going to be sky high, and looking to build on those performances in 2022.
You must have been massively proud of them last year. You can kind of feel that sometimes with you three together. You can see how proud you are watching on.
Well, I think the most important thing was we really worked strongly as a team, and to see the two drivers working and supporting each other, to see the strength and depth that we have in the team, the way that they coped, through the pandemic, to continue to develop, the car the way that we did, and to deal with the challenges that we faced last year, has really galvanized the team. And I think that we go into 2022 in great shape and are looking forward to, the season ahead.
Oh, it's really starting to take shape now. So just before we do get a final look at the new car for 2022, I think it's time to catch up with the men who are tasked with taking it to the checkered flag. Please welcome to the stage, it's only Checo Perez and reigning world champion Max Verstappen. Gents, hello.
Hello, hello.
Start with you, congratulations. How does it feel to be starting this season as the reigning champion? Feel any different?
Not really.
Nah.
No, I'm just looking forward to get back in the car and start driving it. To see how everything is handling. Yeah, I had a good bit of time off and recharge to go driving again.
Very nice, very nice. Checo, you had a brilliant debut year. Of course, Azerbaijan, huge highlight for you. How would you sum up your first year with the team?
Yeah, it was an intense season, getting up to speed with a new team, especially the team that was fighting for the championship since race one. So there really no time for any adaptation. It was straight into it. It was really challenging, but very enjoyable. We gave it all until the very last lap of the season.
Yeah, amazing. You said you've had a bit of time. It has been quite a short amount of time to recharge the batteries for both of you. How are you feeling then going into 2022?
Well, a lot is unknown about the car. So personally, I feel good. I mean, what is important is that you prepare yourself in the best way possible physically. But yeah, in terms of the car, you don't know. So that's why I think I'm also very curious to see how the car is behaving on track.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, we'll get to that in a second. Checo, how about you?
Feels like we were in Abu Dhabi yesterday, but in the other hand, I'm so excited to start a new season. You know, we're already working a lot with the engineers, and we just cannot wait to be on track. You know, with these new cars, and yeah, we're starting from zero, all of us.
Yeah. How are you approaching this season then, Max? Are you doing anything different? Do you feel a bit more pressure or anything like that?
No, I mean, I just do what I do all the time. I think there is no reason to suddenly be different. And of course, as a driver, now with the new regulations, you have to, get used to the car. It's not like you just jump in and it's just an upgrade from last year. So that is going to be the biggest adaptation, but the rest, I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. COVID's been a bit rubbish, hasn't it, over the last couple of years, but looking forward, new races. What race are you most looking forward to then, Checo, next season?
Yeah, well, most of them, I think just to be back to normal things, to have more interaction with the fans, be able to, feel more their support, and that's something I'm definitely looking forward to. With Formula One, we've been so restricted in the last couple of years, so yeah, looking forward to that. And most of the races, the fans, Formula One is growing so much around the world that I'm looking forward to all of them, really.
Yeah, and special mention to your fan. I mean, what a race that was. The fans there in Holland. You must be looking forward to getting back racing in front of the fans as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely one of the highlights for me in the season. Looking forward to see what we can do there again. Hopefully they will be just as crazy as they were last year. But also, like new Grand Prix coming on the calendar, always very interesting. Miami, let's see how that is going to turn out.
Yeah. Bit of a silly question, but, you guys so focused on what you do as you're racing. Do you ever get a chance to look out the cockpit and look around at the flags and the banners and things like that? Because we have seen you driving one-handed through turns way over 150 miles an hour. So we know that you guys get a chance to kind of have a look around.
Yeah, I mean, you do pick up things. I mean, in a qualifying lap, naturally a little bit less because you have to focus a bit more. But like during a race, it also depends. If you're a bit on your own, there are a few more distractions and you can look around a bit. But if you're a bit more under pressure, naturally not as much.
And how special is it at the end of the race then to say be the race winner and to go around and just see the fans going crazy?
Yeah, that's a very special feeling, to be able to see your fans, the support you're getting at track, the atmosphere, you feel it a bit more.
Yeah. Right. What's your perfect track? What makes a good track for Max Verstappen?
Fast corners.
Yeah. Is there nothing like it?
That's where an F1 car comes to life.
Yeah.
Low speed corners, any car can do that quite well, but the fast corners, that's really where the high downforce cars stand out, and that's the most enjoyable.
Looking. And finally then, final question, to both of you. We'll start with Checo. What are you looking forward to most in 2022?
To good racing, these new regulations are set to improve the racing, and I really hope that for us as drivers, we are able to compete more during the race, to be able to follow each other a lot closely, and for the fans, that we can give them great entertainment, great racing, and that will be really nice.
Brilliant. Max?
Yeah, just getting to know the car, to be honest, because I really don't know how it's going to feel like. So I'm really looking forward to that first moment when you drive out of the pit lane and you do your first few laps.
Thank you, guys. Best of luck. Thank you very much. Now, I know you at home are no doubt desperate to have a look at the new RB18. You've been following the countdown to launch, which Tag Heuer kicked off last week with the reveal of the stunning new Tag Heuer Red Bull Racing Formula One edition. A truly special timepiece, which Checo, of course, is modelling very nicely there. But the countdown is over. We can finally show you the Oracle Red Bull Racing RB18. Strap yourselves in. Here we go.
There it is. Oh, thing of beauty. Absolute beast, isn't it? I mean, the first thing I've got to say, though, Max, can't help but notice the number 1 on the front. What was the thinking behind that this season?
It looks better than 33.
Good answer.
Yeah.
I like it. Simple and to the point.
It's certainly a different beast, isn't it? It's, you know, this year, the cars for 22, they're going through some of the biggest changes in recent years. So much different to certainly the Red Bull Soapbox karts that we normally commentate on, but
A little
the
bit,
other
yeah.
cars, the other classics behind us. Can we take a closer look?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, then.
Come on, let's get down there. It won't bite, will it?
Right then, Christian, talk us through some of the biggest changes.
Well, the biggest change obviously is from a regulatory point of view. The car is a lot cleaner. There's not all the added bits that were on last year's car. The whole concept of this car is to try and promote overtaking and close racing. So it's a new concept, it's a new philosophy, and it's a clean sheet of paper for every single team.
Checo, over to you. How long does it take to get used to a new car? Is it easy to kind of transfer your skills, or does it take a while?
Well, no, I think it takes a bit of a while until you are 100% with it. I think, you know, we have a massive change of regulations with the tires as well. They're going to be different. The racing, you know, apparently we're going to be able to follow it closely. So there's a lot of things that we as a driver have to learn as a team. So definitely very interesting, these new regulations.
Christian, with all the new changes, it must be hard to kind of predict how the car's going to react, really. What improvements or performance changes do you think there will be when it comes to overtaking and performance and things like that?
Well, because it's new regulations, it's going to evolve very, very quickly. I mean, I think by the time we get to the first race, the car's not going to look very much like this. And I think the evolution will be very, very quick as we progress through the season.
Max, how have you been finding this car, or the new car in the simulator? Has it been a lot of difference from last year?
I haven't really driven it too much, but yeah, for me, actually, the biggest thing is just the view in the cockpit with these big tires. Like, to hit an apex in some tight corners is a bit more difficult. The driving, I mean, it just feels like the car has a bit less grip, but you will get used to that. That's why we have the practice days. You can get used to the sliding and locking and stuff like that. But I think, you know, it should be fine. It's just getting a bit more used to the view in the cockpit.
So it literally affects your view to the higher tyres?
The tyres are bigger, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, we're running bigger wheels, but also the tyres increase. So that will make it a little bit more tricky.
You've not had a great deal of time, have you, since Abu Dhabi to kind of turn around and get practicing? How expectant, like, how excited are you going in to this new season?
Well, look, it's always exciting to go racing again. I mean, 2021 was such a massive year for us, but it's been flat out ever since, you know, with this new car. You know, and it's always exciting the start of a new season to see, you know, where do we fare compared to our, you know, competitors.
Have you missed these guys a bit?
It seems like only yesterday since I last saw them, but, you know, hopefully they've, you know, sobered up after, you know, the end of last year and a good Christmas and New Year. So, you know, they're looking fit and strong, so that's important.
Raring to go. All right, fantastic. Now, for all of you watching at home, you have the chance to find out even more about the new RB18 car as we get even deeper into finding out what this season's car is all about.
Yes, but before all of that, on behalf of all of us, I think it's only right to say a huge thank you to you guys for joining us, Max and Checo. And again, I think I speak on behalf of everybody. We're really looking forward to seeing you guys put down some blistering laps in the new car.
Yeah.
So best of luck.
Good luck, boys.
Thank you.
I'm here with Adrian Newey, Pierre Wache and Paul Monaghan to take a deep dive into the big changes that you're going to see with the RB18 due to the new F1 regulations.
So guys, thank you for having me. Feel free to go as in detail as you want because the fans will absolutely lap it up even if it goes over my head. Adrian, first question. When you get these new regulations, how do you adapt with the creative process of designing the new car?
Well, it's been a very unusual process, this one. It's a huge regulation change, biggest one we've had since 1983 when the Venturi cars were banned and flat bottom cars introduced. So the aerodynamic changes which lead as a representation to this are designed to help overtaking. So the theory is that if you create a shape where, as the downforce is produced, that always kind of produces upwash at the back of the car, so you get this kind of rooster tail coming up at the back. If that then backfills or side fills from underneath, then the weight from the car goes above the car that's following it. So therefore the car behind keeps its downforce much better than it does currently.
Pierre, can you explain a little bit about the reintroduction of ground effect this season and what that means?
Yeah, I think what they wanted to do is clearly to generate the downforce from the ground compared to before was generated by the ground, but also mainly by the front wing, rear wing, and the bodywork. It will affect for sure the ride of the car, the mechanical grip, and for sure the drag of the car. Because this generation of downforce is quite efficient, then this type of car should be lots quicker on the straight at ISO level of downforce.
Paul, I can't help but notice the front, the nose, this whole section seems bigger to me. Is that true, or am I just imagining that?
Well, the nose box is certainly longer, so wherever you put your split for front of chassis into the structure at the front, that structure has got a lot longer, the overhang is greater.
Bigger tyres this year as well. How does that affect things? Bigger wheels, what's the thinking behind that?
The thinking is, road relevance is that majority of road cars now have relatively big wheels, but they also come with pretty low profile tyres. We've come up on the wheel size to 18 inches as a line in the sand. It's certainly put a bit of weight onto the car.
Yeah.
The tyre is bigger overall, so it has a fairly significant aerodynamic effect. And then you've got the characteristics of the big tyre to try and understand as well. We'd all sort of got reasonable knowledge of last year's ones. It's a bit of a new drawing board for us, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Pierre, how do you go balancing out the designing of the new car for, say, the 2022 season when you're still challenging for a title in the middle of the 2021 season?
Every year is a balance. We know when we have to race, we know when we have to put the car on the ground in the best way. Then we go rearward and see what the plan has to be. And after, try to maximize the resource dispatch between the current car in 2021 and the future car.
All right, guys, well, thank you for letting me come and take a look, and good luck with it all this season.
Well, sadly, that is it for today. We hope that you have enjoyed the 2022 season launch.
If you missed the start of the show, head to Red Bull Racing's YouTube channel to watch from the beginning, or if you missed the hidden code in the show, it's in the car reveal.
Good one. What? The key word was hidden?
Come on.
There. Speaking of which, for more Oracle Red Bull Racing content, you can head online to the paddock. That's where Eagle-eyed viewers can unlock all of the VIP experiences, exclusive merch, and autographed drivers' items.
It's there you'll be able to watch race highlights, read driver interviews, and get up close and personal with behind-the-scenes insight throughout the season.
Oh yes, all of that waiting for you over at redbullracing.com/the paddock.
I like the slash there.
Thank
that
you.
was good. Good luck to the boys for the first race in Bahrain, which is just a few weeks away. Hasn't that come around quick?
Yeah.
Let's keep cheering them on all the way to November. Good luck, boys.
Good luck.
See ya.